Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Brian here back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at 5 restaurants in La Paz and also El Alto, Bolivia. La Paz is the third largest city in Bolivia, and it was created when the Spanish came over and conquested in the 1500s. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding 5 restaurants and grading them out of 5 categories of 5 stars. For the first category, it's going to be location. For the second, it's going to be style or what it is. Third will be pictures. Fourth will be reviews. And five, lastly, will be grading the curb appeal. Quick Google glance. We do have quite a bit of options for Street View, so I'm kind of optimistic to see what we're about to see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so for the first restaurant that we found the Ristorante Cafeteria Sobar Urbano. It is a couple blocks away from the airport. Um, there's some shops, a cemetery, park. This is probably more of a not industrial, a suburban area. Yeah, yeah, this is more of, well, this is still like the city, but it's not like skyscrapers or anything like that. Um, it's more like where people live, probably, or offices. There's probably some offices here. So, pretty good location, I would say. I would say it's some pretty good location. It's within the highway boundary. 140 reviews, 5 stars. It's in a hotel. So we found a hotel restaurant, unfortunately. So let's take a look at some pictures. Let's see. This is the front. Hopefully we can see that. Um, food. This is the inside of the restaurant. Okay. So very colorful decorations. Um, the chairs are nice. They all match. Well, I take that back. Mismatching chairs. The table cover at least kind of matches, even though these are mismatching. Nothing for us so far. Coca-Cola. Something's on TV. The counter. Let's see what else. Is that the front door? It could have been. No, that's the counter. It's the same angle. A lot of random food pictures. Here we go. Same angle. Um, here's a slightly different angle. We have what could be the door or a window. So nice window seating. It's very narrow, probably. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. Um, what is the vibe? Let's see. That is the vibe. She's probably celebrating a birthday. That's pretty much it. Um, the pictures were okay. Let's see the reviews. Menu del Dalia, del Dia. Oh, I don't know Spanish. Bucket hat economy salad bar. We came quietly, and only one dish on the menu was available. But it was really nice, and the price was really fair. Some sort of chicken dish. Delicious food 4 months ago. Main courses were okay. Not great. Nice people. It's all about that service. I was very impressed with the quality and quantity. Only four options, but great dishes, vegetable options. Get there early, you won't get a table. Everything is so cheap. So it's cheap, not much seating, but decent food. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Very tasty food, or rich, as the Bolivians would say. Um, Absolutely delicious. Salad bar. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. So a lot of people enjoy this. This is a nice restaurant. A lot of people like it. Let's see what their website is about. If they have a website. They do not have a website. Okay, so let's see what the street view looks like. There should be street view, hopefully. Very limited. That's the vibe. This is a busy street. There's a lot of people here. Oh my God. Um, let's see. I don't think we can see it. I don't think we can see it. That's the vibe. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's it. Sir, who are you standing to attention for? The mannequin? Anyway, that is going to do it for the Ristorante Cafeteria Sabor Urbano. Let's go ahead and give it our review. For the first category of location, um, we're gonna give it a 4. We're gonna give it a 4. It's kind of detached from things. It's in a city, sure, but this is kind of detached. And then for style or what it is, it's got some style. Um, we are going to have to knock off some points for mismatching chairs. So, style, we're going to give a 4. Pictures, there was a lot of food pictures. I would say pictures will probably give a 4 as well. This one's a consistent 4. For reviews, 5 stars. People really love it. Um, Lunch was okay. Well, we'll give it a 4. Well, also, this is just going to be consistent 4. So we'll give reviews a 4. Some of the food was okay. Staff was good though. But and then lastly for curb appeal, we could not see the curb, so 1 star. That is very unfortunate. So that's going to do it for the Restaurante Cafeteria Sabor Urbano. And let's go ahead and look at our next place. Okay, so just a little further south, we have the Casa Jardin Recreo Familiar. It is on the south end of the city, quite far south. It has 3 stars and 140 reviews. I'm curious what this is about. And it has a Facebook. So it does have a website. Um, it's probably just gonna be pictures, like product pictures. Good. So first review, 5 stars, good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pictures. That's the vibe. Kid's birthday party. Hmm. Nostra Boda. I don't know. It's not a quinceanera. I think she's too young. Food, food. Food, cooking. Oh, they're getting married. This is mostly just someone's wedding. Come on, I want to see the building. Mariachi band. That is the vibe. It's at the inside, and that's the bride and the groom. Congratulations. Um, Good for them. All right, we get it, we get it. What's the vibe? So this is the outdoor area. You got some covered seating, but very loosely covered. Um, Still pretty much outside. It's a nice restaurant. Cheap plastic red chairs, Coca-Cola. Cheap plastic chairs, and the table you could have gotten away with, but it seems like it's too convenient for banquet events. You kind of want something a little bit more classier than plastic chairs. So it's just not going to do it for me. I wish we could see the inside. So let's take a look at some reviews. Picante Surtido. 5 stars, 4 years, 5 stars. Terrible and disgusting, horrible. They tire of showing advertising videos to come and get us to try their food instead of improving their product service and timing. I had to wait over an hour for 2 dishes. The only way to calm my frustration was they brought me 2 cocktails that were basically colored alcohol. I used the table and it would hurt their business. The atmosphere extremely hot. At least they'd bring some ice. The music at full volume, total party. I had a horrible experience. Ironic thing is that I saw a TV presenter angrily complaining about what she had been told, and they weren't responding. Here's the marvel. I waited so long for tasteless cold, smelling, fermented. I was surprised by the generous portions, a plus for those with good appetite, but the experience was marked by the lack of flavor and a somewhat unpleasant spiciness due to a shortage of meat, questionably compensated for more with sausage. I expected more. Charge you immediately. The food is bland. Pineapple juice is very weak. Cost went up. Oof. Um, the cost went up, but the quality of service went down compared to last year. They even charged you $200 for the reservation. 200 Bolivian dollars. I wonder how much that is. 30 bucks. They charged you 30 bucks. What was it before? I don't know. Probably also 29 bucks. So, fabulous experience. It was not a fabulous experience. Well, what can I say? From the start, the atmosphere was heavy with no ventilation, except for the garage. Waiters seemed clueless. It's all about that service. We don't have it. Uh, Yada 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 yada. It's supposedly the beautiful garden state where you can hear rude people get slow service, eat bad food, and wait for an hour. No receipt. I don't know what this says. Don't be fooled by the lovely atmosphere. They made us wait over 20 minutes, 40 minutes. 3 stars, 3 stars, 5 stars. Okay, all right. I think we've seen enough of the reviews. People are not happy. Let's look at their Facebook. That's the vibe. This is a day ago, 5 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago. They upload pretty often. Yeah, they upload pretty often. So They seem to do a lot of marketing. Oh, that's loud. It's just not gonna load. Oh well. Um, okay. And then lastly is there Street View? Probably not. This is on the southern side of the city, so there's not a whole lot here. But you never know. Come on. Ooh, there might be. Um, okay. So this is the outside of it. Is there an entrance? Can we get in? Um, nice roads. We've been noticing that a lot of the roads are pretty mosaic. Or not mosaic, but like masoned. It's a nice design. How do we get in? I don't think we can. I think we just see the top of the bubble, and that's it. Okay. So, with that being said, that is going to do it for the Casa Jardin Recreo Familiar. Let's go ahead and give it our review. For location, we are going to give location probably a 2. This is not really in a good spot. Um, it's by some stuff, sure, but it's nowhere near the middle of the city. It's just not in a good spot. So location a 2. Style or what it is, probably a 3. That one was kind of tough. Um, it's like a banquet event. It's not really like a place. So we're gonna give that a 3. For pictures, we did not get to see the inside of it, if there even was an inside of it. So pictures, we're gonna give a 3 as well. The reviews were terrible, to be honest. The reviews were awful. Um, yeah, people were not very happy. So I would say reviews we're probably gonna give a 2. So, and then lastly, for a curb appeal, we saw the top of it. We just saw the top of it. So we're going to give that a 3. And that is going to do it for the Casa Jardin Recreo Familiar. And let's take a look at our next restaurant. Okay, so for our next restaurant that we found the Las Baristas or Brasista Citas. I can't speak Spanish, but it is in a pretty good location for the most part. It's kind of in the center of La Paz. It's on this side of it, at least. It's also on a pretty busy road, or by the looks of it. It has almost 60 reviews, 4 stars, no website, and first review is 2 months ago, 3 stars, so that's kind of unfortunate. Let's go ahead and look at the pictures. This would probably be the inside. Have some interesting furniture. Definitely unique. Um, Plants, foliage, some space. Got some good space. This is the outside. Outside, inside type deal. Pretty nice, actually. It's incorporating a lot of water, it seems. Or that tropical side vibe. A wooden high chair. But this tells you a little bit more about the buildings. Kind of a thin roof that they can throw stuff over. Yep. See? Yeah, it's got nice style to it. Foosball table for the kids. Nice. And this is the curb, so we'll take a look at that later. Not many pictures, but some good pictures. Let's take a look at some reviews. Let's see. They just want play one song over and over again to the point that it gets on your nerves. It rained and water came in. The salad buffet runs out quickly. Good price, delicious dishes. A family-friendly getaway. Southern part of La Paz. It's best to go around 12:30 as it gets quite busy. The decorations feature rustic trees, for example. The chairs and some of the tables are quite charming. Yeah, it's got some style. It's not the most underneath, that's good. The other meats were well seasoned. Service is slow when it's busy. It's a very nice and welcoming place. I'd like to make a reservation for this afternoon. Good meat, reasonable price. 8 years ago. I don't like it. The grill was terrible. The meat was very thin. Sausages were very large and bland. I didn't like it at all. I wanted corn on the cob and beans, but they only made them for the staff and it showed. The barbecue is excellent for a weekend getaway. Nice, nice, nice. 5 stars, 4 stars. Service was excellent. Okay. So that's gonna do it for the reviews. And then it didn't have a website. Okay. And then let's go and look at some Street View. See if it has it. We saw a little bit of it, but that might not be it. Oh, let's see. No, that's not it. Vive Casa El Carnaval. Nice. Carnival's in town. I don't know where it is. Salon. This is so tough because everything looks gated. Uh, okay. Well, we can't find it. So that's pretty unfortunate. So that is going to do it for the Las Brasistas. Let's go ahead and give it a review. For location, um, we're gonna give location a 4. It's in a pretty nice area, I guess. We'll give it a 3. This is more of an industrial district. Um, it's in the center, kind of. It's on the highway as well, but we're gonna give that a 3. For style, this is some pretty good style. We'll say his style is a 4. I did like the bamboo chairs and things like that. The pieces out of wood. It's not bamboo, but it's the pieces out of wood. The fauna, things like that. That was nice. That was very nice. For pictures, pictures did really well. There wasn't a whole lot of pictures, but the pictures did pretty well. We'll probably give pictures a 5. They showed us everything we needed to see. For the reviews, we'll probably give reviews of 4. There was some toss up, and the food was kind of bland, I guess. So we'll give it a 4. And then lastly, for curb appeal, um, I don't think that we saw it, so we're gonna give it a 1. There was no curb appeal. And that is going to do it for our review of the Las Brazistas. And on to our next location. Okay, so for our fourth location, we found the Rinconquito Chapaco. This is on the eastern side of La Paz. I'm not really sure what this is by. Colleges and such, I would imagine. Something about Jesus. Nino Jesus. Bella Club Campus Tray. Yes, this is by like nature and stuff like that, colleges, parks. So it has 20 reviews, 4 stars, and no website. First glance at the reviews, 7 years ago, live music. Okay. A lot of places have live music. So let's take a look at some photos. Um, Coca-Cola plastic chairs. Cheap. I mean, it's expensive branding, but cheap furniture. It's got style though. It's all red. Warm colors. Something about festival, perhaps. Street view. Wow, that's it for pictures. That was like nothing. Um, gee. Okay, so I guess this is the covered section. This is where you order, maybe. I'm not sure whose stuff that is. Um, and that's the vibe. Very interesting. Music, that's where they're setting up for the live music. That's where the band plays. Looks like they have it's very hard to see, but they have a mariachi guy with his hat on. There's probably a couple other guys in there, but it's hard to see. Let's go ahead and take a look at some reviews. That's the guy who's taking all the pictures. Delicious food, good atmosphere, great service, friendly staff, highly recommended. Live bands, delicious. The place is open and clean, though access is somewhat difficult. The tables are located under a tent in a concrete patio. The food could be better. My dish was over seasoned. The meat was tough, potato undercooked. Complimentary wine was okay. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Worst place to hang out, noisy, and the owners are unpleasant. Good place, weekends only. Mixed reviews, jeez. So that's a lot of mixed reviews. Okay. And then let's take a look at the street view. From this, it kind of looks like somebody's house. Or it's that gate. What's behind door number 2? And that's the vibe. Once again, we can't really tell what it is. There's nothing on the outside, no signs or anything like that. How do you know? How do you know? Anyway, that is going to do it for the Rinconquito Chapaco. Let's go ahead and give it our review. For location, the location's not the greatest. So location, we're probably gonna give it 3. This is kind of outside the city, in a very niche area. There's not a whole lot really around it. So we're gonna give that a 3. For style or what it is, we're gonna give that a 3 as well. Furniture was cheap plastic. It's got colors, but there's no real like branding or anything like that. So, and it's got some music. which is nice. We're gonna give that a 3. For pictures, there wasn't a whole lot of pictures, but we did see what we needed to see. So pictures, we're probably gonna give a 3. Yeah, we're gonna give that a 3. We saw both angles. That's the first angle, and that's the second angle. So that's the second angle. Pictures, we're gonna give it 3. For reviews, we're gonna give them a 4. Why not? We're gonna give them a 4. They uh they did pretty well. People enjoy it. It's like a event space, I think. And then lastly for curb appeal, 1 star, just because again we couldn't find it. It has no outside branding. So that is going to do it for the Reconquito Chapaco, and let's take a look at our final location. So for our final location, we found Polos Cochabamba. Uh, it is in the kind of like eastern middle of La Paz. So it's in a pretty good spot by some historical sites, busy highway, good traffic, good traffic. It's got 70 reviews, 3.5 stars, which is not promising. No website, unfortunately. And first glance, 7 months ago, 2 stars. Oof. Okay, let's go ahead and look at some pictures. Let's see what this is about. Pilgrim. Um, Coca-Cola. But they have some curb appeal in offices or restaurant above. I think that's the restaurant. But they have some curb appeal, which is good. Hopefully we can see that. Plastic, which is good. A little bit more durable. A little durable plastic, as opposed to the cheap lawn chair furniture. Tables are good. Some unhappy customers. Whatever that guy's doing. That's the vibe. This guy in the back. That's the vibe. Um, uh, all right, we get it. That's the outside looking in. Some glass windows. Whatever. Okay, so the pictures, not a whole lot of pictures, but enough to see what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at some reviews. Interior chest. The Mirage. What are these suggestions? The service at this register was incredibly slow, and they offered no explanations. The tables are upstairs, making it very difficult for elderly to get in. Asking for glasses and napkins involved an enormous wait. It's the complete opposite of what you would expect from fast food. Complete negligence. Vomit in the hallways covered with a rag no one cleans. Dead flies on the windows and grease everywhere. To top it all off, we had to wait 45 minutes. Jesus. It had a crispy texture, and you can add as many sauces as you like. The downside is you just have to wait. Uh, they have a nerve to call themselves that. The service was good, but the food was bad. Well, the service was good. Food is a shame, especially the very hard and poor quality fries. Not recommended. I believe they offer a good product. Make you feel comfortable with the comfort involvement. The food is not served with utensils or gloves or handling. Bathrooms are dirty. An 8-piece prison basket is missing. Jesus. 1 hour late, takes a long time to serve. Prison basket, that's funny. The potatoes, which are very oily, should improve that aspect. The popcorn went up 26 Bolivian dollars. Place fascinates me. Dessert's one of my favorites, being close to my house. Congratulate the restaurant staff. Good luck. They're just saying good luck. You know what you're making is bad. They have some of the best and most traditional fried chicken. Okay, alright, well, whatever. I think we've seen enough. No website, right? Nope, no website. Let's go ahead and take a look at the street view. Hopefully we can find this exterior. Um, is it that? Is it over here? Dude, how come these places just don't exist? Um, I don't know. That's where it should have been. Looks like a shopping mall. Or not a shopping mall, a supermarket. So, I don't know. Pretty unfortunate. We got some rough curve appeals this round. So, okay, alright, well, Hyper Maxi. Okay, let's go ahead and give our review of the Polos Cochabamba. For the location, we're going to give location probably a 4. It's got some good location. Not the best, but it's got some good location. For the style or what it is, the inside is clear. It's a fast food place. It was very clear. The outside picture looked like that. The inside picture, it had the branding of it, the colors, the logos, things like that. So it's very clearly a fast food place. So style, we're gonna give a 5, actually. For pictures, pictures did okay. Um, we're probably gonna give pictures a 4. Come on. We're probably gonna give pictures a 4 just because there wasn't a whole lot of pictures, but the ones that we did see, all right, we'll give it a 3. Um, the ones that we did see saw the inside of it and the outside, so we'll give it a 3. For the reviews, 1 star on the reviews. People hated this place. This was not good. People hated this place. So we'll give it 1 star. And then lastly, for curb appeal, we're gonna give that 1 star as well. It did not exist. At least in 2015, it didn't exist. Or I think that's what it was. So that's going to take that hit. But it looked like it had a good curb appeal up until we actually saw it or tried to see it. So that's going to do it for the Polos Cochabamba. And let's go ahead into our final segment where we'll review all the places that we saw today. All right, here we are at the government palace of La Paz to give our final decision on the places that we saw today. I'm going to go ahead and put those stats up on the board. If you did enjoy today's video, please be sure to leave a like. If you enjoyed my content, please be sure to subscribe. I do upload pretty often, so please be tuned for that. If you enjoyed my video, thank you so much for watching. And be sure to tune in next time when we look at another random city in the world and see what it has to offer. So, thank you so much, and I'll see you then. All right, bye.